Tourist Office. Lleida is one of the oldest urban enclaves in Extremadura that received the influence of different civilizations and cultures from which it has inherited an outstanding artistic historical heritage. In the Middle Ages its defense and repopulation were entrusted to the Order of Santiago, of whose masters it was the habitual residence. At the beginning of the 16th century, the Tribunal of the Holy Office of the Inquisition was installed, and at this time it became one of the most important towns in Extremadura. It has been the birthplace and residence of important illustrious figures such as the one who was councillor of the Catholic monarchs, Luis Zapata, the chronicler of the Indies, Pedro Cieza de Leon, the painter Francisco de Zubarán, the discoverer of the Colorado Canyon, Garcia López de Cárdenas, the poet Catalina Clara. Since the 17th century Lleida has held the title of city, a title granted by King Felipe IV, and was declared a historic artistic site in 1966. Lovers of monumental heritage will enjoy interesting examples of religious, civil, military, and popular architecture in this city. If what you are looking for in Lleida is art, you will see it in every corner. Among the religious architecture, the Church of Our Lady of Granada stands out, with its majestic tower and inside which you can admire a painting by Francisco de Zubarán, the Church of Santa Clara, with its magnificent vaults with frescoes from the 16th century, in addition to the San Jerónimo Penitente by Martínez Montañés, the Church of Santiago, burial place of the last master of the Order of Santiago, the Convent of La Merced, which was a Jesuit church and is currently a cultural center, and the hospital and the Church of San Juan de Dios, Baroque buildings in which today we worship books, hosting a modern and comfortable library, considered one of the 10 most singular of Spain. Within the civil architecture you can admire palatial buildings, the Priory Palace, from the 15th century, currently the Historical Museum of Lleida, the Zapata Palace, the Mistral Palace and the Tax Collection Palace, all dating from the 16th century, with interesting courtyards in Mudéjar styles, currently restored, the Town Hall from the 18th century and the Casa Palacio de Doña Mariana, from the 19th century, where the Hospedería Mirador de Lleida is located. From the walled enclosure, from the 14th century, numerous canvases and 2 of its 4 monumental doors are preserved. And as for popular architecture, the Plaza de España stands out, a porticoed square in the Mudéjar style, this being the most emblematic and representative space in Lleida, but also, distributed throughout the historic center, there are a multitude of Mudéjar arcades and Baroque buildings that you can enjoy walking through our city. Nowadays, new technologies have become the great allies for the dissemination of knowledge, at any time and in any place. That is why the Lleida City Council has incorporated these QR codes with which any visitor can access an audio guide with all the information with their smartphone. A total of 12 spaces and monuments are integrated in this virtual catalog. These are the following: Main Square, Church of Our Lady of Granada, Town Hall, Convent and Church of Santa Clara, Palace of the Zapata, Walled Enclosure, Cieza de Leon Park, Hospital and Church of San Juan de Dios, Municipal Library Arturo Gazal, Church of Santiago, La Merced Cultural Complex, Episcopal Palace or Priory House, Lleida Museum, Master House. Welcome to Lleida, enjoy this city and make your slogan Lleida, City to Live It.